took my kid in school. This way I start the Reiki and I start the chakra because the events then happened to me and I was unprepared. Oh, my father-in-law died in September. I loved him dearly. After my dad died in March, my mom in August, the first day after I took my kid in kindergarten, and that follow March, my ex-husband cheated on me and left me. So I was left broken with $75 in bank. My daughter was 7. I was so scared. I didn't know how to drive. I didn't have money. I was working like with $9 per hour. And when I go back to that, I was like, why did I allow that? Because I came in America with a dream. Oh, it's going to be so good. I was high school teacher. I have good family. And when I came here, everything shattered because I found a man that don't wanted to show me how to live free and to show me the right way. Because when you are put in that, when that person that you love and you trust show you the wrong way, and you put everybody in that box, is like you build the walls. Maybe everybody is like him. He's supposed to love me and cherish me and show me, and he didn't. So it broke my heart. I was so embarrassed of myself. And I said, how did I allow this? Why? I didn't see the sign. I probably did, but because I was a mother and I was well educated, and I was like, what people are going to think of me for the family and everything. She's living this dream life in America. And I was not even close. I was in third world country and I was living like princess. And I came here and hell poured down in my house because others saw me, oh, she looked good. And I always put full makeup and I look good. Nobody knew till the day. Then was enough. I told my friends, I'm leaving my husband. What? I was like, I can't do it anymore. So because I was so down, I was like, I have to do something for myself. So this is how I started the mindfulness. I started reading any book, any way how to ease the pain, because I used to put the pillow in my mouth and cry when my daughter was sleeping. God, can you hear me? God, I'm your child. Why me again? So for death in 1 year and left with nothing. And my mom always said, you have everything. You have your daughter. You have us. You have God. Just trust God and ask, and you should receive. And now after that, like within 6 months, I got the house that I am in. I got the car. It was a Buick, was so big. I was like, I couldn't even drive, but I drove. Instead of going left, I was going right. I asked every woman that I've been through that, and they had it worse than me. And I saw the kids that were abused every day with me, because I worked for 14 years with kids that were abused any form, mentally, emotionally, physically. So that he gave me power, and I was like, okay, I'm old, I overcome. How can I help somebody else? How can I help women? How can I help kids? And then they gave me this strength, and my daughter. And the very first thing, you have to break out of your mind, then you are better than that, and come out and ask for help and show somebody that you are suffering and you need help. Because if you don't ask for help and you don't show the real emotion, nobody's going to help. Mm-hmm. So that's only helped me. And I found a lot of friends, a lot of support, but I put a lot of time to help myself. So when this event come and bring back the memory, I'm like, wow, I was there, but I'm here now because I overcome.
Girl, you got me in tears now.
Right.
No, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's good tears, because I mean, hearing your story, it, you know, you feel it, because you've gone through, if not the whole spectrum of it, you recognize it, you know. Some people.
And I lost 3 brothers too. So have been a lot in my life. So, and being with the emptiness for the past 4 years, I was like, when my daughter went in school, I cried so much. I said, oh my God, what I'm going to do right now. My life was all being a mother and a teacher, but I was going in the gym and I was doing physical activity. And one day my daughter took me aside and said, Mom, do not finish or change anything you did before, because I'm going in college. Continue the routine, and I'm going to continue to be ready and see my friends. So when I go, you go back to your routine, but I'm not here to sleep, and you're not going to spend so much time with me. You raised me well, and I'm doing okay. I'm going to do okay. And I cried, and for a month, I stayed in a room, smelling her pillow. She was like, ringing the phone, Mom. I was like, I wasn't putting the FaceTime. She was like, I know you're crying. Where are you? In your room? Oh my God, do something. And I did it. She's finishing this year, so the time fly and you learn. That's all I can say.
Yes. And that, you know what? And when you're talking and you were saying that you were so afraid to leave your husband and all those different thoughts, even though you knew you needed to, and you were the first one in your family to get a divorce, and like the stigma and the religious part about some, oftentimes to getting divorced, the shame that goes with it is like, is that struggle and battle, is this wrong? Am I really supposed to stay at those, I know those vows, but that was to God, and then you feel like you're breaking God's heart by leaving.
But I knew then I didn't do anything wrong. I did the best as good wife.
Even right. So that's the struggle. You're supposed to leave, but that's part of the struggle. Like, God, you're telling me to do this? Because church will say you're not supposed, like, I'm Catholic, you're not supposed to get divorced. You can't go inside of a church after you get they don't accept you. Suppose that was what the practice was. There's so much shame and guilt in it. It's almost to the point where women are staying in very abusive relationships because of the shame and guilt of getting out of the relationship. So it's a catch-22, and that's not fair.
Nope.
And I'm not saying to go against your religion, but that's where people are struggling. It's like,
my family, my mother, my father, my sister, they didn't care. They support me. My aunt, my uncles, they still ask me, how is your husband? They don't accept. Then I have said, I have 14 years. I'm married. I have been divorced. He's with other people living. He's my ex. They still can believe it. Then I was a good girl to do that. But if I didn't do that and give the freedom to myself and release the soul to do his purpose, I never will be where I am. I'll be down. I probably will be 6 foot under right now, because you die from broken heart and shame and guilt and regret and all of that. I don't belong to be here. I'm not this person. And that is what eats you up. You being in that position. Why I'm here? Why can get out of here? Because your strength and your power, and you get stuck. And that is like little by little you get stuck, and it's like the verbal, and then it suck you in and
causes all kind of health issues, because that definitely, I know someone that's suffering from literally a broken heart. And that as a result of that struggle, it really, that heart shock, we were talking about chakras. And I was saying, those things, it's never the physical first. It's always that energetic point. And when we start sending the physical, that's a lot of damage that's done, and we don't realize it.
It is.
It takes a lot for something to become physical. That's what we're talking about, manifesting and doing these certain things. But bringing things into existence, but it takes energy. And if we're using it in the wrong,
out my mouth, because there's no more energy in there, and you are not aligned, you are not in balance, you're nowhere, you don't have energy to go with your day, no more to do much for others.
And that takes that physical toll. When it becomes physical, now we're dealing with not just the energetic, but a condensed form at that point. And I really think, and I wanted to do something where we combine the ribbons. I wanted to do a 5K before COVID, where we combine the breast cancer ribbon with the domestic violence ribbon, because we know that I just think there's so much connection there.
There is.
In the thoracic, in the chest, with breast cancer.
Yeah.
And domestic violence. That's the matter of the heart.
Because it's the shame, the guilt, and they bring unforgiveness. If you don't forgive yourself and others, and that's all, little by little, you break the tissues and the disease go in the cells, and the cells spread all over, and you can have cancer, high blood pressure, heart attack. All of those come from not dealing with the real problem. You have to fix the root cause of the problem. You have to speak it out, speak it loud, own your mistakes, and after forgive yourself and let heal. Without healing, you can do anything. Outside, you can look pretty. Inside, you go and smell. It's like that mouth you don't wash. Teeth can be white, but the breath stink. This is how it's inside your heart too.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think, ladies, on the 20th, if we can do talk about this again.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't even know what, and then if we could do combine it with the tapping, so we could do a short